video has been produced by Gloucester City Homes to bring you up to date with the latest information on the proposed regeneration of Podsmead. Gloucester City Homes is working in close partnership with local community groups, local residents, the city and county councils, the city's MP and other community agencies to develop plans to regenerate Podsmead. In 2017, key partners agreed a vision to help start the regeneration of Podsmead and hopefully, in due course, other areas of the city. We know that it's not just about providing new or improving existing homes and open spaces, it's also about using the investment regeneration will bring to build a stronger, safer and healthier community, a thriving local economy that provides local jobs and training, and a more engaging and diverse environment for everyone in Podsmead. To help with this, we have asked one of your local community groups, Podsmead Big Local, to work with local residents and other community groups to develop a local community plan for Podsmead. And we encourage you to talk with them about your views on how you would like to see your community develop, what sort of community facilities you would like to have, and what sort of training and employment opportunities you would like to see offered in Podsmead. We know that regeneration discussions have been going on for some time, so we are really pleased to be able to provide you with this update on the latest plans, which take into account both residents' views and the views of the City Council's planning officers. As residents of Podsmead, your feedback is vital to the success of this project, and we will continue to listen very carefully to what you have to say. So far, you've already told us many things that you like and dislike about Podsmead, and what you have liked or disliked about our previous plans. We have listened and have tried to build as many of your suggestions as we can into our revised plans. Here are a few of the key things you told us and what we are going to do to respond to them. One thing that some of you have been asking for is that we don't build on any open space at all. But that is not something that we can avoid if we are to regenerate the remainder of the housing estate. However, the new proposed parks will be packed full of recreational facilities, plants, trees and water areas, catering for all the dog walkers. In fact, you will be able to walk from park to park, keeping yourself and your pets healthy and happy whilst enjoying a biodiverse natural environment. If our plans are supported by residents and the city and county councils, it could result in the demolition of 201 of GCH's own homes and the building of 354 new homes. This is approximately 100 less homes than previously proposed to ensure we can protect as much green space as possible. All of GCH's demolished homes would be replaced with new social housing, with 25% of the additional homes being offered at affordable rents or as shared ownership homes. The remaining homes would be for sale, creating a mixed community of renters and owners, and the profits from the sale of these homes would help to pay for the building of the rented and shared ownership homes. We hope that the new homes will offer a real choice to the people of Podsmead and to people who want to be a part of Podsmead's bright new future. In addition, we are proposing to build new shops, a new community hub, and turn the remaining open space into 2 new parks with a range of recreational facilities for both children and adults. Such a large amount of development and redevelopment cannot be done overnight, so it will be done in phases. And we've proposed in phase 1 to build shops, the community hub, 166 new homes and 2 new parks, providing a wide diversity of plants and trees and catering for all ages and dog walkers. The sites we suggest starting with are at the southern, middle and northern end of Scott Avenue green space, where we would build new shops, houses and apartments in the south, a new community hub, houses and apartments in the north, and in the middle provide a new park. No apartments would be higher than 4 stories, as you have recommended. So in greater detail, here is the first site at the south end of Scott Avenue open space. This is the main gateway to Podsmead from the A38, and we are proposing to build a small parade of shops with apartments above opposite the Cripps School, with landscape public space outside the shops and additional parking for shoppers calling in from Podsmead Road and Cole Avenue. To the rear of the apartments, there would be terraced houses along the south end of Scott Avenue and Macefield Avenue, with some houses overlooking the new park in the middle of Scott Avenue open space. To give you an idea of how this might look, we have created a before and after scene, with the shops in the foreground and the apartments above, with some new houses down Scott Avenue on the Podsmead Green side. In the middle of Scott Avenue, we propose to provide a park. At the north end, in front of a new community hub, we are proposing to move the young children's play area into the north-east corner, and the memorial sensory garden into the northwest corner, and an older children's play equipment at the north end of the village green. The village green would be used as a community space for things like five-a-side football, fairs, music, community and arts events, and there would be gentle mounds creating an informal amphitheatre for people to sit and watch events. Along the Scott Avenue side would be a tree-lined avenue incorporating existing trees, and along Macefield Avenue and the south end of the park, a water drainage feature to cope with any flash floods from the surrounding roads. To the north of the park would be a proposed new community hub with apartments above. The hub looks over its own hard landscape frontage, with seating and tables for people to enjoy food and drink from the hub. There are two options for residents to consider. Option 1 has a landscape parking area for the hub to the front, which overlooks the relocated small children's play area and the memorial sensory garden. It also provides a pedestrian and cycle link between Burns Avenue and Shelley Avenue. Option 2 directly overlooks the relocated small children's play area and the memorial sensory garden. It also provides a pedestrian and cycle link between Burns Avenue and Shelley Avenue. Behind the community hub would be a landscape car park. In both options, new housing is provided to the north, fronting onto Macefield Avenue, Scott Avenue and Shakespeare Avenue, with their own off-street car parking. To the north of Scott Avenue are the current Stratford Close flats. These we propose to demolish and replace with new houses facing onto Betcham Close and Shakespeare Avenue, with more houses behind off a new Stratford Close with more off-street car parking. Turning now to the southwestern part of the estate bordering the A38 Cole Avenue, we propose to turn the eastern end of Byron Avenue open space into a park where we would relocate the teenage shelter, provide a new fitness trail and skateboard park, and relocate the multi-use games area next to a rainwater drainage feature to cope with flash floods. The area will be shielded from the A38 Cole Avenue by a landscaped earth buffer running along the southern edge of the park to help reduce noise pollution from the road. Both this park and the Scott Avenue Park could be planted with fruit trees, edible plants and vegetables depending on how the local community wanted to grow their own produce. The view of the proposed Byron Avenue Park looks from west to east, from a vantage point above where the new housing would be built at the west end. In the foreground, running across the end of the park, is a path linking Podsmead to the recreational fields across the A38 Cole Avenue. Beyond that, on the left, is a drainage feature behind some trees, and it runs down the left-hand side of the park along Byron Avenue towards the fitness trail. Winding down the centre of a park is a central path leading towards the new shops at the south end of Scott Avenue facing onto Podsmead Road. To the right is a multi-use games area with the skateboard park running down the middle of the park and the relocated teenage shelter beyond. The landscaped earth buffer with trees providing shielding from the A38 Cole Avenue runs down the right-hand side of the park. At the west end of Byron Avenue open space, we propose to build some houses with their own off-street car parking. This would also give the existing homes on Lower Tuffley Lane access to their own front gardens to allow them to provide off-street car parking. Finally, at the west end of Byron Avenue and left down Shakespeare Avenue are the current GCH flats. We would propose to demolish these homes, replacing them with predominantly new houses and a few low-rise flats with their own off-street car parking. Throughout the estate, in addition to the parks and landscaping outside the shops and community hub, we would be adding additional soft and hard landscaping to main road junctions. This will help to green the estate and provide helpful additional local signage. We also propose to make improvements to footpaths and lighting to help residents safely walk across the estate to recreational and employment areas on the edge of the estate. Phase 2 includes Hathaway Close, Avon House and Arden House, and here we propose to replace the current flats with a combination of new houses and new apartments, retaining the existing bungalows, all looking on to a small landscape park area, including new plants, trees, water drainage features and a children's play area. Moving east again, looking at the land between Byron Avenue and Keats Avenue, we are proposing to demolish the apartments and replace them with mainly new houses in the west and central areas, with a new connecting road between Byron Avenue and Keats Avenue. At the far east end would be a new landscaped area and footpath between Byron Avenue and Keats Avenue, and this would be overlooked on the eastern side by new apartments and off-street parking. On the west side of Scott Avenue, opposite the new Scott Avenue Village Green, we would replace the existing Ivanhoe House, Podsmead Big Local and shops with new houses and off-street parking overlooking the Village Green. To the north end of Scott Avenue, between Burns Avenue and Shakespeare Avenue, we would replace the old Peveril House flats with new apartments and off-street car parking. If outline planning permission is granted by the City Council, then we will still need to submit what is known as a reserved matters planning application to the City Council for each phase of the proposed development. This will cover in detail how the homes will look and the materials that are used. We would also need to finalise discussions with the City Council on other items, including the exact mix of houses and apartments for each phase, to ensure that we are providing suitable new homes for all those whose homes are being demolished or, if they wish, to help them move somewhere else. All residents losing their current homes would receive a home loss compensation payment, and we would cover all reasonable removal costs. Specialist officers will be there to help residents through each stage of the process and to minimise the natural concern and stress some residents may feel. The City Council are also obliged to consult with you separately on the planning application, so you will have a number of further opportunities to have your say before any final decision is made. If you have any questions or comments, please get in touch and we are more than happy to arrange a more detailed discussion with you on the phone, via video link, or on your doorstep, or inside your home, with our staff taking sensible pandemic precautions. Your neighbours at the Podsmead Big Local are also keen to engage with you over their plans for the community buildings, so please get in touch and discuss your thoughts with them. Finally, your independent community advisors TPAS are also available to talk to and can give you completely independent advice and help you get your views across. You can help us get this right for current Podsmead residents and for future generations of Podsmead residents. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we look forward to hearing from you.